Sometimes the most powerful thing a man can do is to quietly walk away. No anger, no harsh words, just silence. Not as a punishment, but as peace. It's not about hurting her. It's about honoring yourself and respecting both your hearts enough to step back when it's time. Self-respect isn't selfish. As a man, especially one who's grown through experience, you learn that chasing love isn't the same as nurturing it. There's a difference between holding on because you care and holding on because you're afraid to let go. Sometimes when a woman pulls away, she's not trying to hurt you. She might be confused, tired, processing her own emotions. And as a man who respects her and himself, you recognize that pushing harder won't bring clarity, only pressure. Not so instead, you pause. You don't walk away in anger. You don't demand answers she may not be ready to give. You simply step back, quietly, because you know your value, and you give her the space to remember hers too. Silence is strength. Walking away without a word doesn't mean you stopped caring. It means you've done your part. You've spoken with love. You've shown up with effort. And now it's time to let go. Not out of pride, but out of peace. You're not leaving to punish her. You're not disappearing to play games. You're creating space, because sometimes space speaks louder than any argument. It gives her room to feel, without pressure, without confusion, and it gives you room to breathe, to remember who you are outside of this moment. Understanding her side. Women feel deeply. They sense when something's off, even if they can't put it into words. And when they pull away, it may come from fear, doubt, or simply emotional exhaustion. It's not always a rejection. Sometimes it's a silent cry for clarity. And as a strong, emotionally grounded man, you don't take it personally. You don't blame her for being human. You just acknowledge that right now, she might need space, and so do you. So you don't yell, you don't chase. You walk away gently, knowing that sometimes the softest exit carries the deepest respect. Real strength, quiet, calm, clear. Being an alpha, a true one, isn't about domination or control. It's about composure. It's about staying rooted in your own worth, even when the ground shakes. You give her love freely, but the moment that love begins to hurt more than it heals, you step back, not with bitterness, not with blame, but with clarity, because you know, love isn't about forcing someone to stay. It's about creating a space where they want to. If it's real, she'll feel it. Walking away doesn't mean giving up. It simply means you're letting go of control and allowing her to feel your absence. And if what you had was real, she'll feel it. Not because you tried to prove anything, but because you stayed true to her and to yourself. And if she reaches back, it will be with clarity. Not confusion, not out of guilt, but because your silence reminded her of the strength behind your love. So if you're here, standing at that edge, wondering if it's time to walk away, ask yourself this: have I shown up with honesty, effort, and heart? If yes, and it still feels like I'm holding on to someone who isn't sure, then maybe the kindest thing I can do for both of us is let go quietly. Not because I don't care, but because I care enough to walk away with grace. That's not weakness. That's not pride. That's strength. That's peace. That's love evolved. So if you're standing at that crossroads and you've given your all with love, with honesty, and with patience, then walking away quietly isn't giving up. It's giving both of you space to breathe. It's not just for you, it's for her too. Sometimes stepping back is the most respectful thing you can do for both hearts involved. If this message spoke to you, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. All that YouTube stuff. But more than that, keep choosing peace. Keep leading with strength and heart. That's where the real power is. Big shout out to the tools that power all my content. If you want to try them for yourself, hit the links below or scan the QR codes right here on screen. See you in the next one.